Let's start with a short meditation to center and to arrive mentally. Sit upright in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Keep your spine straight and your neck upright. Take a deep breath through the nose into your belly. Hold for a little while and breathe out through the open mouth. Put your attention on your breath. Don't concentrate or focus too hard. Don't strain. Just allow yourself to get calm and peaceful, to get out of your thoughts, to arrive mentally in the here and now. Observe emerging emotions, thoughts, pictures that come and go. Don't try to suppress anything. You are like a dispassionate observer. Just arrive in the here and now. And don't forget to smile to the outside and to your inside. At the end, put your awareness back to your body and your environment. Open very slowly your eyes. Take your time. APARIGRAHA, the fifth Yama in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. APARIGRAHA means non-attachment, or renunciation of attachments, which makes possible appropriate relationships and prudent use of available resources. In Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 2.39 we can read, "As attachments are renounced, knowledge of higher realities and cosmic processes is acquired." From the commentary of Roy Jean Davis about APARIGRAHA. Strong attachments to an illusional sense of self-identity, erroneous ideas, feelings, pleasant or unpleasant memories, non-useful behaviors, relationships, places or things, confine our awareness, cloud the mind, and interfere with attempts to imagine and explore higher realities. As in the first Yama, ahimsa, non-harming, and in the third Yama, asteya, non-stealing, the Sanskrit word parigraha is prefixed with an A in the fifth Yama, resulting in aparigraha, non-attachment or renunciation of attachment, greed, or the accumulation of material things. Aparigraha is a conscious renunciation, a letting go and giving up of existing attachments and clinging, and turning towards spiritual practice and higher learning that promotes a successful pursuit of self-realization and God-realization. To be attached or to stuck with something means to be under the influence or control of something and to be determined by it. The meaning and usage in the German language is interesting. Verhaftet sein, to be arrested, is used synonymously with being arrested, captured, or imprisoned. What do you feel a strong connection to and makes you feel strongly attached? What thing or activity plays a significant role in your life and makes it meaningful? Would you suffer if it were missing or no longer possible for you? What would you stand up for and even fight for if necessary? Is it your family, your children, your job, your hobby, your ideas, your tradition, your reputation, your public image, your attitude and view of things, your house, your car, your jewelry or valuable art objects, your country and flag, your religious and political beliefs, your football club? What is important to me and what is particularly close to my heart? If you take a quiet moment to look around you, your home, and the places where you normally spend time, or think about what you often do and what occupies your mind, you can quickly identify things that seem important and meaningful to you, don't you? It can also be an interesting exercise to imagine moving to another city and to think about what you would like to take with you and what you would leave behind. Or imagine you are traveling with only a backpack. Which items would you carefully select and which photo or book would you take with you? Smartphones or tablets have become some of the most important personal items we own, and we have developed a special attachment to them, haven't we? Think about how you would feel or even suffer if you lost your digital devices or if they were stolen from you. In addition to the material loss that has to be coped with, you will lose your carefully maintained addresses, important login details, thousands of memories in form of photos, countless personal messages, and spontaneous creative ideas, as well as your contacts from social networks, or at least you can no longer access them for a certain period of time. Do we experience the same symptoms as when we lose a loved one? Looking at all your possessions and asking yourself, what if I didn't have them anymore? How would I feel? What would happen to me? Can reveal deep-seated attachments and emotional ties. You can also go further and think about your own image and ask yourself, what do others think of me? What image do they have of me? What image do I cultivate? What clothes, shoes, or jewelry do I wear? Which car do I drive? What kind of people surround me? Who are important to me and who I find attractive? What sport do I play? Am I a fan of a soccer club? What narratives do I cultivate? Etc. Many people identify so strongly with these illusory external appearances that it takes many painful losses, disappointments, and defeats before they ask themselves the really important question: who am I really? I am an immortal, spiritual being, expressing itself through a body and a mind. This experience cannot be read, learned, or told. It is a self-revelation and realization on the spiritual path of truth. When I first met Roy Jean Davis years ago, I was immediately struck by his well-groomed, decent appearance. He wore a large gold diamond ring and a Rolex watch. At that time, I had no knowledge of the effects and significance of gemstones and metals, as attributed to them in the Vedic astrology. Somewhat naively, I asked Mr. Davis, "You have a very impressive ring and a nice Rolex watch. What do they mean to you?" "Oh, they mean nothing to me," was Mr. Davis' spontaneous reply. It's perfectly fine to have nice things, pursue leisure activities, or devote yourself to a hobby. Passion, joy, and pleasure are part of the great game of life, isn't it? All people want to experience happiness and avoid pain, right? So, why is it that we are devastated when our favorite team suffers a bitter defeat? Or why do we feel good or revel in boundless euphoria when our favorite team has achieved a significant victory that is also hyped up in the media? Could you imagine that your football team is in the final of an important tournament? A completely unexpected triumph that seemed impossible for many years, and you don't care at all. You don't waste a thought on it. You spend a wonderful day in the nature, and later you are not sad that you missed what seems like a big event. In addition to these easily recognizable, obvious attachments and entanglements, there are also subconscious ones that lie dormant and confront us throughout our lives. As described in the chapter of Asteya, the third Yama, these attachments can indicate karmic conditionings, samskara, that attract situations to activate a certain reaction pattern. Attentive, unbiased observation and a conscious decision to respond constructively are the keys to liberation and resolution. Roy Jean Davis wrote in his commentary, "When aspiration to be self and God realized is nurtured and committed to spiritual practice, and higher learning does not waver, troublesome attachments are easily renounced." An essential point of APARIGRAHA is to become aware of one's own attachments, which arise from a false identification with external appearances and temporary events of an illusory reality. It is about becoming aware of existing attachments, attentively cultivating non-attachment, and turning towards self-realization and God-realization through patient, constructive decisions and purposeful steps. When we become dispassionate observers of our own thoughts and emotions, we can consciously choose a constructive response and behavior and decide where to direct our attention, rather than being at the mercy of reflexive emotional response patterns, or remaining helpless victims of mental fixations. We can also choose to simply remain completely calm and attentive observers, noticing thoughts and emotions as they arise without evaluating, judging, or reacting to them, and allowing them to appear, dissolve, and transform. In a hectic environment, full of stress and tension, it can seem difficult to observe your own thoughts and emotions dispassionately. Perhaps you begin in the emotionally calm waters of solitude, before venturing out onto the rough seas of everyday life and personal relationships. That means at home, in familiar surroundings, when you are alone and undisturbed, shortly after waking up, or before falling asleep, or during a relaxing and refreshing walk in nature. There, you simply observe your thoughts and emotions as they arise. Listen to them, pay attention to them, and become aware of them. Does your mind just chatter constantly? And do thoughts and emotions bubble up without end? Does your endless stream of thoughts always revolve around the same topic? Or do new topics keep popping up that seem unrelated? Is it about coming to terms with the past or threatening projections of the future? Then come out of your illusory thoughts and intentionally focus your attention on your body and your senses, on walking, on breathing, and feel how you become more and more relaxed and are able to let go. Are you easily distracted and overwhelmed by emerging images and thoughts? Many people experience this, but are unaware of it. The mind grumbles its way through the day as a self-existing entity. By becoming aware of these fixations and behavioral pattern, you gain the ability to control your attention. By simply breathing deeply in and out, you can bring your attention back to the here and now, to the only real place. When we die, we leave our body and mind behind, because they have fulfilled their purpose of participating in, experiencing, and perceiving this life. We cannot take with us any of our carefully accumulated material possessions or illusory relationships, significant legacies, persistent attachments, or entanglements in the phenomenal world. Also, all our physical ailments, disabilities, and pain, our tormenting thoughts and emotions, our cherished daily routines and sensory experiences, our accumulated knowledge, our view and perspective on things remain behind. What we take with us is our state of consciousness, the state in which we leave this world. If at the moment of transition from this life we are strongly entangled with the phenomenal world, with our thoughts and emotions, and identify completely with it, for example, through anxious worries or a debilitating illness, through fantasies that revolve incessantly around problems of family members, the dangers of war, or dark prospects for the future, when we constantly think sadly and desperately about missed opportunities in life, or are already completely confused mentally, then This will determine the state of consciousness at the moment of transition. This state of consciousness will determine our next place in the universe and the circumstances under which we will have our next experiences, where we can develop and grow spiritually in the best possible way. It is our state of consciousness, our level of awareness, what we take with us when we leave this world. Use this technique of creative imagination to cultivate and realize the attitudes and behaviors of APARIGRAHA. Knowing that you are a spiritual being, superior to your mind and to mundane circumstances, do the following. Meditate at the beginning alone in a quiet place. Sit upright on a chair. Close your eyes and relax. Breathe 3 times deeply in and out. Concentrate on the area between the eyebrows and watch your breath. Don't try to control it. Just observe your breath. Feel the cool air while inhaling, warm air when exhaling. If you like, you can use a mantra. When your mind is calm and your awareness is clear, vividly imagine that you are APARIGRAHA. You are non-attachment. You are renunciation of attachments. There is no need to use willpower. Remember Patanjali's Yoga Sutras about APARIGRAHA. As attachments are renounced, knowledge of higher realities and cosmic processes is acquired. Clearly see yourself as this person who is fully established in APARIGRAHA, in non-attachment, in renunciation of attachments. And feel it at the deepest level of your being. Imagine and feel how you, as this person, will think. How do you speak? And how will you act? The feeling that you have should be of acceptance and gratitude rather than an emotion. Rest for a while in that awareness and feeling of accomplishment of APARIGRAHA. Now, bring your awareness back to your body and your circumstances. Take your time. And open your eyes very, very slowly. Maintain your clear awareness and feeling of accomplishment of APARIGRAHA after your practice session. Om.